You're not stuck. You're just comfortable enough to stay the same and uncomfortable enough to complain about it. That's the trap. Because if you were truly uncomfortable, you would have moved already. But you didn't. So now you call it confusion. You call it overthinking. You call it waiting on the right time. But let's be honest, you're avoiding the work. Not the easy work. The work that requires discipline. The work that requires you to change. Because changing your life means changing your habits. And changing your habits means letting go of the version of you that's been keeping you comfortable. That's where most people stop. Not because they can't grow, but because growth costs so much. It costs your comfort, it costs your excuses, it costs the identity you've been hiding behind. So instead of paying that price, you stall, you scroll, you think, you plan, but you don't move. And the longer you stay in that cycle, the harder it feels to break it. Not because it's actually harder, but because you train yourself not to act. That's what being stuck really is. It's not a lack of opportunity, it's a habit of hesitation. You hesitate long enough and it becomes your lifestyle. Now look at your life. Your results match your patterns, not your intentions. You don't need another idea, you need a new standard. A standard that says, I do what needs to be done, even when I don't feel like it. Because discipline isn't a feeling, it's a decision you keep making. And most people, they don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they only move when it's convenient. But your future doesn't respond to convenience. It responds to consistency. So if nothing is changing in your life, it's because nothing is changing in your behavior. That's the truth. So stop asking, why am I stuck? Start asking, what am I refusing to do daily? Because that answer is your way out. And once you face it, you don't need motivation anymore. You need discipline. You don't need more time. You need to stop wasting the time you already have. You don't need to feel ready. You need to move while you don't feel ready. That's the shift. Because the moment you stop negotiating with yourself, everything changes. Not overnight, but directionally. And direction is what creates momentum. And momentum is what gets you out of being stuck. So no, you're not stuck. You just been standing still, waiting for a feeling that was never required. And the moment you decide to move, you realize something. It was never as hard as you made it in your head. It was just uncomfortable. And now, you finally stop running from that. If this hit you, don't scroll. Don't save it and forget it. Do something today that you've been avoiding. That's your starting point. And if you're serious about breaking out of this cycle, I created something for you. A free guide, 5 steps to break free and live boldly. It's for people who are done thinking and ready to move. You can get it through the link in the description by joining the TyLia newsletter. Because your next level is not waiting on motivation. It's waiting on your discipline.